Stop playing with me, Dre.
All my life, I pray for someone like you. But you say you want something different, so let go, I'ma give it your distance. Cause I know you gon' come right back. She don't know what to do, but you come back. Did love right here, no price tag. Did girl right here, got big bag. You talk your shit, I'ma talk back. Wanna bark at me, I'ma bite back. Motion, it could've been you, but I want more. Now you so stuck. Should've been 10 toes strong, but you don't trust. You're going outside, that's too bad for you. Cause I'm gon' get my way, tryna run tag. You play this love, this body, I win. You lost it, this sauce, I found it. You want it back, can't get it back. Dub, you lost it, this drip, I'm dropping. No trust, done talking. You want it back, can't get it back. Thought you was the one you hung around for fun. You toy around with my love. Savage, but look what it cost. You could've saved me all these feelings, all these feelings.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Welcome you guys to another lovely episode of On the Record Podcast. Big shout out to you listeners out there. Big shout out to my girl Jhonni Blaze for the intro for the show, or her new single Fumble. Make sure you guys run those numbers up on the song. It is on YouTube. It is on Apple Music. It is on Spotify. It is streaming everywhere. Okay. To the left of me, I am what? What's up, my boy?
Another day in this fruitful jungle of ours.
Yeah, man. No said he said today, so we're just gonna do what we do.
Yep.
I want to give my condolences to the Chris Mortensen family. If you guys don't know who Mort is, or Chris Mortensen, he is actually one of the NFL analysts on ESPN. Him and Shefty came up through the ranks together. Mort, I think, had throat cancer a couple years ago.
Ooh,
and
tough.
then recently he passed away this morning. He was on and off
on
ESPN. Been on ESPN for years, but today he met his untimely demise and transitioned to another realm. So rest in peace, Chris Mortensen. You'll be missed. I loved your takes. I love your analysis on football. I love the breakdown that you did. It's one of my favorite sports.
That's tough. Yeah, I googled his name and I saw who you were talking about.
Yep.
I think I've seen him before. I'm not sure which segment because they all
It was mostly on NFL Live and with Chris Berman in the morning time. He's part of that whole crew.
Okay.
So yeah, there was a couple other. So you had that. And also, rest in peace, Curb Your Enthusiasm star Richard Lewis. He died at 76 this week as well. If you guys don't know who what Curb Your Enthusiasm is, it is a show that was created by Larry David. If you guys don't know who Larry David is, he's one of the geniuses behind the show Seinfeld. If you guys don't know who Seinfeld is, all I can say is just use your Googles. Okay? Use your Googles.
Genius. An exceptional businessman.
You know what I'm saying? Use your Googles. Man, I want to give a quick update. Do you mind?
Not at all.
So, that Georgia trial for Mr. Trump. It's still ongoing. We shall see what will happen through cross-examinations. If Miss Willis can serve on the trial, she cannot. We shall see. Because of improper relations, they called it. These type of things do happen in the workplace. So it's not uncommon.
No.
Doesn't matter where you work. It could be at a Burger King. It could be at a Fortune 500 company like Microsoft or Amazon, whatever. If you are within close proximity of someone that you admire and that you like, these things are bound to happen. Understand? So, yes. And then another update. You remember a couple years ago? No, I think it was 2022 or 2021. The girl... It was a man. Sorry, there was a girl and her friends that she drove up the man's driveway. I think it was 2 years ago. It happened in upstate New York.
Yeah, you mentioned it to me earlier today. You said she drove to upstate New York on the wrong driveway. She was a Uber driver. You said she was, right?
Yeah. She was... So she was 20 years old, and she drove into the wrong driveway by mistake. I don't think she was an Uber driver. She just went into the wrong driveway. So, like, if you're driving on the road and you're trying to find the right house, and the GPS may say this is going to be 25, but realistically you're at 23.
Yeah, that happens.
Happens all the time.
Yep.
So she drove up the man's driveway. The gentleman thought that they were trespassing on his property.
Yep.
So he started shooting into the vehicle.
It's wild.
And he killed the girl. The man's name is Kevin Monahan. At the time, he was like 66 years old, 64, when this occurred. And recently, he was sentenced in upstate New York, Fort Edward. He was convicted of second-degree murder and was sentenced to 25 years to life at the age of 66. 25 years. He'll be 91 years old when he gets out.
I don't believe he'll make it. I don't believe he's gonna make it. And honestly, these type of individuals, we do not need just being free with this level of thought process and paranoia and that type of mindset. He seems really dated, and also not for nothing, I don't know if they already do it, but I think there needs to be like mandatory, like, gun training regulation based on your age.
I don't think regulation, more or less. I think that we as Americans have to respect the gun as it's not a toy. Other countries do have weapons. They are armed to the teeth, but they have more respect for those arms. They have more respect for people.
I agree.
Us as Americans, we don't have no respect at all.
No.
None. This man shot at a car that accidentally turned in his driveway and got to busting in the vehicle. Ended up killing a 20-year girl.
It's funny because, as you're saying, we talk about other countries with guns. You look at Canada geographically; they got a whole bunch of guns, and stuff like that.
So most of those European countries, their citizens are armed to the teeth,
armed up,
but they have respect for the guns. Us Americans, we don't.
Why do we? It seems to me like, why do we have to respect the gun till we're on the other side of that barrel? Like, it never makes any sense.
Happens all the time.
And not to say this was the case with this girl, because she was clearly innocent.
Yes, she was.
But it's sad because, like, a gentleman could be regardless of age. It's sad that a person could pull up on your driveway
mistake.
By mistake, no ill intention. You know, it was just a common mistake that happens every single day, especially if you do Uber. You could be as familiar with certain areas and know them like the back of your hand and still make this mistake. So the fact that was his that was his choice of action is disturbing.
He received 25 years to life, like I said earlier, for second-degree murder, and handed down a consecutive sentence of 1 1/3 to 4 years for tampering with physical evidence, and he got a sentence for reckless endangerment. Will all be served concurrently. So,
I'm mad at it.
This man's not getting out no time soon.
Nope.
I didn't like what the judge said. He said, "You murdered Caitlin Gillis. You shot at a car full of people, and you didn't care what would happen, and you repeatedly lied about it. You deserve to spend the maximum time in prison allowable under the law," the judge said.
Yeah, it's reckless endangerment. Was she the only one that was shot?
Yes, and died. And remember the 16-year-old boy, Ralph Yari?
Yeah.
Kansas City? When the 84 young man shot him through the door?
Trying to pick up his brother because he was at the wrong address.
Yep. So,
two non-threatening situations that occurred at places of residence that happened by mistake by elderly men.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird times we live in, bro.
Very weird times. Especially, I listened to some of the case, and having heard the boyfriend who was in the vehicle at the time when this occurred explain himself on the stand about his girlfriend that got killed next to him. My boy, you wildin', bro. You are not at war.
It's never gonna be right. Whatever he said, whatever he said, bro.
He didn't say anything.
Because he could have said a lot threatening that elderly man, or he was so disturbed with what happened because it happened so fast that, bro, like he's gonna get
mentally checked out.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are our quick updates. I'm going to be very interested to see what happens in the future for a lot of politics, because, man, with Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden on the collision course, and Nikki Haley not giving up, not one bit, and your boy is facing more fines, more cases, more lawsuits than I see anybody face in a couple of years, bro. It is. How do you have time to go on tour?
As long as he could move around, I think in his mind, as long as I could still move around, and I still have the finances to talk to run and sway people politically, then he's gonna do that,
bro.
I think that's his mindset.
He's already close to $500 million in the hole.
Unless it completely frees his assets or he's unable to move.
They're trying to take his properties now.
I mean, good luck with that.
It can happen. You can be repossessed.
Listen, they're gonna
You're not powerful than the government, my friend.
You're not, but they're gonna have to be clever about it. I mean, look how clever he was with the golf course he has and stuff like that. So if there's like any loopholes, listen. If there are loopholes for him to really shut him down and keep him contained in one place, they're gonna exploit it. Yes, I have no doubt they are. But like I said before, in his mindset is like what he views as being is just like, well, as long as I could still wake up, eat, and move and fly and do what I want, is as if I'm good out here. Now I don't know how long that will last, but we will see.
Not long at all. All right, y'all. This is my boy Keanu with his new single called "Truthfully," and when we get right back, we gotta get to these stories, man. A lot has happened out there, man.
It's crazy out there.
I also want to say shout out to you listeners out there. I appreciate you guys listening consistently. We're not shying away. We're going to keep bringing this content, whether it's on social media, whether it's on the podcast feed. we greatly appreciate it.
More than you know.
Not easy doing what we do here.
Nope. But it is giving from the sense from like, you know, some of the things that I'm going through, like, you know, personally and stuff like that. This avenue to be able to talk to people that I can't, that are listening, that I can't put a face to, it still gives me a sense of, like, you know, peace of mind and clarity, and, you know, and it could be whatever I'm talking about, news wise, or just you know, everyday trendy topics that are coming up. So I'm happy to be able to do that.
Thank you very much. Okay, truthfully, Keanu. We'll be right back with more on the Record Podcast.
I've been speeding, trying to find you, yeah. Now I'm right behind you, yeah. Going crazy, I don't wanna go there. I just need you right here next to me. It's too late, I can change how you feel about me. In your water, I feel like I'm drowning. And if we being real with each other, let me tell you one thing. Baby, truthfully, I don't wanna lie to you, but it's still new to me. Everybody know I don't act like this usually. If we being honest, and baby, truthfully, I've been thinking about you and me. It's too late. The deed's already done. I'ma wait for you to come. New way. I'm like a flood and shit. You know you're not the one. Tell me what you need. I swear you. The choice is on you. You heard what they said about me. Everything is all true. Top down, your head blowing in the wind. Made me wanna go faster, yeah. I can read your mind, now you don't gotta pretend. It's a beautiful disaster, yeah. Be at the right place at the wrong time. You could be the one that I call mine. Now you got me in a fast lane, speed racing, doing 105. I've been speeding, trying to find you, yeah. Now I'm right behind you, yeah. Going crazy, I don't wanna go there. I just need you right here next to me. It's too late, I can change how you feel about me. In your water, I feel like I'm drowning. And if we being real with each other, let me tell you one thing. Baby, truthfully, I don't wanna lie to you, but it's still new to me. Everybody know I don't act like this usually. If we being honest, and baby, truthfully, I've been thinking about you and me.
We back. We are here again. Okay, so let me start this off. I feel like today is going to be a lot of updates going on because I'm getting a lot of updates from past tours we've done. So your boy Vinny back, the genetic jackhammer.
Oh my God.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon is back in the papers again. Well, back in the news cycles again. This time, not for anything positive, but more, well, good for us, but bad for him. So apparently, Vince McMahon is under federal investigation now. The former WWE founder, Vince McMahon, is under federal criminal investigation amid a sexual assault and trafficking lawsuit filed by a former employee. Remember that lady, Janelle Grant?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because of her. McMahon has been a subject of a federal probe since 2022. Part of the investigation, a federal warrant was issued. Was his cell phones seized by the feds? You remember Miss Grant, Janelle Grant, was a woman who was suing McMahon. Grant is one of the 5 women who was cooperating with the feds. McMahon has denied any wrongdoing with Miss Grant's lawsuit. Vinnie Mac, it's over, my boy. Was it 98% or 97% conviction rate?
I believe it's a 97.3% conviction rate.
97.3% conviction rate. All you had to do was pay the damn woman. That is it. No, ladies and gentlemen, I am not excusing his behavior. It was very vile, especially those text messages. I don't want to go back and look at the text messages again. I really don't want to.
It's
disturbing.
It's really bad.
Disturbing. I refuse to go back. If you want to, go back a past couple episodes ago. Actually, I'll put the episode number in the next segment. I'll let you guys know what episode that was that we spoke about Vincent McMahon. But I do not want to open back those can of worms.
It sort of goes back to like what a lot of like even like artists or rappers say about the entertainment industry being more cutthroat in the streets.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like
for sure.
In this because you know it's like what you're describing on a street level is like when you try to pull a fast one on you thinking you pulled a fast one on the plug.
No,
you like it's smooth sailing. Next thing you know, that plug got know somebody from the next city. Oh, I see so and so. Next thing you know how it's gonna normally go after that.
Yes.
You know, in this situation, he's thinking to himself, "Well, I have the money, I have the stature, I'm a public figure, you know, and stuff like that." He probably was feeling himself on his arrogance, and decided to pull a fast one. He's like, "Well, I already got you to do what I need you to do. You know I have the money. you know I have it. So you're gonna do it anyway."
Yeah.
And then after he did what he did with her, he's just like thought nothing of it.
You remember, it wasn't
No.
It was because McMahon's wife was about to divorce him and such. So he tried to squash her from speaking out about the relationship. That's all the NDA was. She couldn't talk about it, but he could. McMahon wants control. He wanted to control the narrative. He wanted to control this woman's life. He controlled her life, all right, but then you controlled yourself getting back into trouble because you didn't pay out the lawsuit.
But the thing is, you want to control the narrative, but meanwhile, you're sending her text of that involves very graphic and crude things. So technically speaking, a loophole could be like she don't got to say a word. She could just show you the thread.
Well, remember, once you're under NDA, you can't reveal any information about what's in the NDA because you could be sued for it.
Even if it's assault.
Yes, whatever's in the NDA. Because remember, a lot of these these civil depositions, it's hearsay. It's not fact unless you can provide pictures and texts. And she gave you the text messages. That was all done and stuff right there. They want to see actual text, email of conversations that you guys had.
Do you think in these type of scenarios, at some point, does the lines get blurred between consensual and assault? No,
because the law is defined what's consensual, what's assault.
No, because I asked that because I'm sure at some point, early stages, like she was like, it was consensual.
With a woman?
Yes. But then it got to a point where he just
remember,
he got,
McMahon played on her vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she had no family. The fact that she was living in this apartment by herself. And she confined to McMahon. So basically a man was a predator.
You know how lawyers could spin that, especially lawyers that have an axe to grind when it comes to those type of individuals.
Oh yes. So McMahon was a predator for this woman. Got what he wanted out of her. Wanted to keep it going on his terms,
not on hers.
Not on hers. Complete control. You forgot what we spoke about? How?
No, I didn't forget because she needed a job. She needed a job.
Remember, she needed a job, and he gave her a job.
He gave her a job.
But
but there was also like conflict of interest.
Yeah. Ladies, let me tell you something real quick, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you guys know a quick tidbit. It is illegal to exchange sex for employment. It is illegal, I repeat, to exchange sex for employment. I don't care what type of job you work at. That's illegal. That is a HR nightmare. You could be a dancer and you are essayed for employment, it is illegal. What McMahon did to that girl is illegal. Yes, she got paid handsomely for it. Yes, she was compensated, afterwards for all this. Yes, McMahon flew her out, got her this, that, and the third. But you don't treat people like that. What he did. You don't do that. Because God forbid someone did that to you. Someone did that to your family. Someone did that to your loved ones. That you were doing onto other people. Maybe your grandchildren. We don't know where this can go. But you don't do what McMahon did.
No. Nope.
Don't do what he did.
No.
So, McMahon, you made your bed. Now you got a lion in, my boy. All you had to do was pay this girl her money. That's it.
Yeah. That's all he had to do.
But he refused. Back on them.
Nope. You know what's scary about these type of things? Like, even though like I'm ambitious, but I don't want to be known, but I really want to be well off and things like that. Unless you really are in that position, that's when you'll really know, what you're really capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do like to give. I'm a person who likes to support, and pay it forward and see people thrive to their fullest potential. But I just can't do those things, man. I don't have the stomach to. I just don't. Because in a world where, there's like transactional exchange and things like that, when you get into a certain point where you are at a commercial level and you working behind the scenes with like figureheads such as a Vince McMahon, like you can't blur those lines.
Nope.
You just cannot.
But again,
but
McMahon gives you the lifestyle that you want to see.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
I will say I give that woman grace because in most situations like that, you get desperate. You don't know where your next meal is gonna come from. You're not operating it's very rare that you'll see women operate at a sense of morality and
anybody.
Dignity.
Forget women. Anybody.
No, you're right. Anybody.
If you're
for
backed
sure.
in the corner like she was, and that was your way out to get out that corner, I don't blame her. I'll take it too. Yeah. Now, all the other freaky, kinky stuff, nah, we ain't doing that. No. But by the time then, it was already too late.
Yeah.
The man already turned out.
Yeah, like that's the thing. You women, if you're meeting these men and if you're not meeting these men at the reception of these like hotel rooms or in the office and stuff like that, you're setting a dangerous precedent. You don't meet no person at a hotel room or a suite for a job opportunity. Nah. But they don't do that.
But so yeah, I repeat, ladies and gents, do not exchange sexual favors for employment. It's illegal.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting you know. Iron Walt, give me your story, my boy.
Okay. The first story I'm gonna harp on. Yes. Floyd Mayweather's unwillingness to hold Diddy accountable upset fans. Shout out to Vibe.com and by the writer Armin Sadler. It was published February 21st, 2024. Quote, my take on it it is not my business.
Nor should it
Mayweather.
be.
So, many people have chosen to remain silent about Diddy's allegations and thus avoided being judged for their opinions. Floyd Mayweather took a unique stance on the matter and suffered the consequences on social media. The retired boxer was on the popular podcast, the Pivot Podcast, on Tuesday, on the 20th of February, and refused to speak ill of the Bad Boy founder because he's a fellow black man. Quote, mistakes happen, the 46-year-old boxing promoter said, and I can say if it is or if it is not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stomp him and kick a man when he's down. My take on it is not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Floyd Mayweather's next comments are what riled up the most. Next comments are what riled people up the most. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt, but that's the choice that my daughter made. So, I don't want to kick nobody while they're down. Mayweather's comments seemingly didn't surprise fans as he's been charged with assault and battery in the past. I'm just going to leave it at that. So I heard those comments. Not only did I hear the comments, but I also saw the video and him stating those comments. At the end of the day, we all have a past. We all make mistakes. This is what's important is to learn from those mistakes. Floyd has been very consistent of not knocking the fellow black man down. He's a very proud black man. Yes, he leads a certain style, certain lifestyle. Yes, he's very outspoken. Yes, he's opinionated. Yes, he's a controversial figure. He's not well liked by the media, but at the same time, I do have a lot of respect for him because like what he got, he earned.
Self-made millionaire.
He earned that. He made his mistakes. He's moved forward. How he chooses to live lavishly, what he values, is his right. You know nobody's ever walked in that man's shoes or dealt with some of the things that he's dealt with professionally and personally. So I do respect his stance on this. Now I could see how people will take what he said about his daughter and then try to make it seem like, oh, well, this guy has a history of abuse, so we're not really surprised about what his statement, and put it in that context. I think it's very inappropriate and distasteful to put it in that context, only from the standpoint of, yes, he's made mistakes and he paid for them, he did time for them, and he's moved forward and been better for it. A lot of the context people are taking it is like he's seen a situation with his daughter involved with the father of his grandson.
It be a young boy.
And it was a messy situation. His daughter was in a situation, had it not been for Floyd and his resources, she would not be free at this moment in time.
Oh, hell no.
She like what she did and what she was what she went to trial for was very, very, very serious.
She should got locked up.
And his overall point is like, I could help you and defend you, put money towards to make sure that you're free and you can move forward and be a better person. But if you choose to put yourself in a situation that got you to court, that got you to make a terrible, reckless choice, if you keep choosing that over and over, I can't do nothing about it. You're a grown adult. I can't put someone to watch you 24/7. I can't lock you up in a room so you don't make bad choices. That's what he's really saying. It's just that because it's him, people look at a point. People look at him just saying things just to say things versus using their brains and trying to understand the context of what he's saying.
The same can apply for reckless children.
True.
That gonna break the rules, skirt around. I'm sorry, guys. I just had a break in of children skirting the rules, getting by and stuff like that nature, like that. So the same can be applied to children.
Absolutely.
The vitriol that Floyd gets is because of who he is.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's self-made like he is makes people even get more angrier.
And not only that he's self-made, but he lets you know I'm great. He lets you know that I think I'm the best, that no one works harder than me, that no one's put the numbers on the board that I put on the pay-per-view. And he could back a lot of this stuff up.
Oh yes.
And he has every right to. And his standpoint was from the point when I was younger and humble and I wasn't talking much. I wasn't making the money that I'm making now. His whole thing is manifestation. He went from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather. And I gotta respect that, because at the same time, people saying that and and making him feel braggadocious versus him being confident in his ability and his preparation and what he's done so far. Those very same things people kill Floyd for. Those very same things people praise Conor McGregor for.
Talk about it, champ.
At the height of Conor McGregor's powers in the UFC, those very same things right there. People live for them Conor McGregor promos. Hey, I live for them Conor McGregor promos. But but my thing is, like, people get a better understanding of why Floyd's the way he is if you would watch them 24/7 Showtime access with the boxers. See how that man trains. That man trains as if all he's trained for could end tomorrow. So people make it seem like he just got here by luck or he started feeling this way. But like, no, you went through a lot of things to get to this point. It's sort of how they try to say about Mariah Carey being a diva. I don't think she was always that way. But you get into a certain industry, you be around certain people treating you a certain way. Once you get the leverage you need, you're gonna be on a different type of time. That doesn't mean that you're gonna be on that type of time with your loved ones, but you're gonna be on that type of time with certain people that you are that from a business standpoint, especially if they treated you bad.
Floyd, Mariah Carey, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, these individuals worked. They used their God-given ability and worked it to get where they're at. Pretty Boy Floyd is a prime example of a guy. Because remember, his father,
his uncle,
his father had him homeless.
Yeah.
Floyd had to walk to the boxing arenas to train, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd himself in the Junior Olympics getting robbed.
Yeah. And that's been an ongoing narrative for years at the Olympics.
Himself to where he's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
He never hate a man for working with.
Not at all. And he never lost the discipline.
No.
Among all the access, among the waking up in the silk sheets and the watches.
The man's still out there chopping wood, doing the same barbaric workouts he did as a kid coming up. And those help him win fights, man. And
you would think, and the illusion that he creates for you, he's at the club partying, throwing money or drinks around. He's not drinking. It's an illusion. And then when he's done, he would leave. He would leave the club, have the driver drive beside him, and run home.
This is that Kobe Bryant sickness, which is good.
Yeah.
Remember the Dream Team? They were all up hours in the night.
Yeah, Michael Jordan had Michael Jordan's energy is just unreal, unrivaled at that time.
Look at Kobe, the redemption team.
Same thing. It's just.
I mean, LeBron's. I'm going to bed 2:00. I'm good to go. I finished working out. Okay. LeBron gets up at 6:00 in the morning. Kobe's already there.
Yeah, I think honestly, when you're dealing with individuals, when you're dealing with very talented individuals who choose to also be fundamentally sound in their crafts, and who are able to buy virtually anything under the sun, but still have that level of discipline. You're not dealing with a regular individual.
Nah.
It's a different mindset. It's literally like it's either me or you, and it's never gonna be me.
Mm-hmm. These people are different, bro.
Different.
They built differently.
Serial winners, just like different. There's just certain things about those mentalities that you can't measure in stats or anything like that. It might be even hard to narrow it down to one word choice. You just know it when you see it. And my thing is, whether it's a Michael Jordan, whether it's a Floyd Mayweather, whether it's a Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, straight shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Straight shooters. And this is another example, like I said before, for people who are not familiar with Floyd's story or just look at him in the media, you can't understand the context behind what he's saying. You're just viewing from a standpoint, oh, he sounds tone deaf. It's not that.
It's
not
the
that.
finished product you're seeing. You didn't see him coming up through the ranks.
No.
Him finally taking over his own businesses.
Yeah, promoting
himself,
buying himself out of his contract,
mm-hmm.
and being his own promoter and doing the right business with the right business people behind him. And this is a guy who respects all fighters. Yes, he's gonna talk his talk, but at the end of the day, he wants to see that another fighter get paid.
Yep.
He's also very philanthropic as well, and he's also given opportunity to the likes of a Tank Davis, a Devin Haney. You know, this thing runs in his bloodline. Even if he lost every dollar tomorrow, he would still be out here, you know, boxing and training others and supporting others and stuff like that. Even the men that he's seen lose, especially brothers, he always supports them. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, always supports him. Ronda Rousey, who had all the jokes in the world with Floyd, when she got knocked out by Amanda Nunes, he said, "Listen, I'll help her. I'm open to helping her, you know, train her in boxing and punching and stuff like that." He said that. He didn't have to say it.
No, he didn't. So
people forget these things.
Yep. Moving onward. I am Walt. Have you ever been stuck in a vehicle of transportation before? I.e. bus, train, car?
Like stuck with no means of getting out?
Stuck like
not being able to get out?
Yeah, and you know, means of, you know, traffic. But more like you can't get out.
Like if I can't get out the car, or if I'm like, you know, just more I'm stuck in traffic and nobody's moving.
You can't get out the car. But you're not like in danger. It's like you're stuck. You're kind of stuck in traffic.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on an airplane before?
Absolutely.
What's the longest wait time you had to wait before for airplane to take off?
I haven't been on a plane for so long, but it could have easily been more than 30 minutes.
On the tarmac and then to get in the air, or just on?
I think probably to get in the air.
Okay.
You know, sometimes people are just doing things, probably just finalizing like who's on board and all that other stuff.
Okay. So, well, all right.
Yeah.
We'll take that. So, a man opened the emergency exit, walked on the plane's wing, but the passengers are supporting his actions. Yes. A man, he opened the emergency exit, walked to the wing of the plane.
While it was ascending or about to ascend?
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
Sat there, chilled for a while, and then walked himself back in. Mind you, this plane was on the tarmac. I'll explain why. Mexico City, Mexico. The man walked off waiting for the takeoff past last week. Sorry. This happened at the end of January. January 26th. The airport turned the man to the police, but a bunch of passengers are backing him and giving him the benefit of the doubt. You know, letting his decision rock because of what was occurring on the plane. They called him a hero to protect everyone on the plane while supporting of other passengers as well. Passengers signed written documents saying the airline made them wait on the tarmac for 4 hours without ventilation or water while just sitting there. The Aeromexico flight from Guatemala had at least 77 passengers sign documents with photo details of the experience they had experienced on the plane. The delay, the lack of air, the lack of water, all created an unbearable condition for them and endangered the health of many passengers. So I don't know if you've ever been on a plane and when they pressurize the plane and you're kind of sitting there, and it's kind of stuffy and dry, and
Yeah.
it gets a little hot. There you go.
I definitely have. I think the last time, I've also had situations. Well, I usually have situations because I have allergies where I was coming back from Haiti with my mom and my sister, and my eye swelled up. I don't know if it was because of temperature or whatnot, but it just swelled up. So just a lot of weird situations with planes.
Yes. So the reason why the man opened the door, because they were waiting on the tarmac for 4 hours. Just dock the plane back, bro.
No, I agree. I can't listen. I'm not with the passengers. Like, that's not normal behavior.
No.
Like, you.
But I understand why I was upset, and I would open the emergency exit and sit on the wing of the plane, like, yo, what's up?
Listen, I get it, but yeah, that right there, boys.
The man opened the door while stationary, walked to the wing, stood there, and came back into the cabin without affecting the aircraft or anyone else. The flight was delayed for 4 hours and 56 minutes. Because of opening the exit of the door, the plane had to be changed over. The delay all started because of maintenance alerts on the plane and had to return to the gate for required maintenance. So, the plane was busted, turned back in the docks, got worked on, assumingly, and have the people on the plane waiting this whole entire time. Get down. Down. This is ridiculous.
Absurd.
Could you imagine waiting 4 hours for your plane to take off?
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine it, and the fact that they had the people waiting on the plane for 4 hours is the disturbing part. I mean, at least if it got to that point, you could have, still had the manifest with all the names on it, and you have them in a particular area in the airport. You having them just sit there for 4 hours and the plane is not in flight is unrealistic, because it's not like people could be in a plane and just be like, yo, I need to step outside while the plane's in the air.
No.
If it's still on the ground, you guys, you could contact, the person who's monitoring the traffic and all that stuff over the plane radio, and be like, listen, is there anything we could do to accommodate the passengers? Could we bring them back and keep track of these not selected, but these passengers, and feed them or something, accommodate them, because 4 hours, expecting people to stay still for 4 hours in a plane that hasn't ascended is crazy.
In Mexico City.
Like, no.
And those planes get hot.
Absolutely.
Especially when you close that door and lock it up.
Yeah, you're wilding.
The first thing I usually do when I get on the plane and that temperature starts getting warm.
I feel you.
All of them.
No, I feel you, bro.
Dip, 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 right on my head.
I feel you.
I'm sorry. This is what I do.
I feel you.
I don't blame the man at all. I blame the airline.
Shit.
Because they could have docked his plane, got him off, did what they had to do, instead of just having the plane sit for 4 hours.
Nah, bro.
To be finally operational. Terrible.
Sure.
Shame on you guys.
And that's another word in part two. Why wasn't this addressed before they got him on there?
What? It probably popped up as they were, about to just take off.
Shoot, man, I gotta wonder. I gotta look into how thorough they inspect these planes.
Well, it's a federal regulation, and I think it's all globally now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to law show in their hand on them, putting passengers on a plane and flying, crashing.
No,
they don't want that problem.
No.
So those police planes are super, super, super.
I'm with you.
Super efficient.
I'm with you on that.
Because I noticed that a lot of these planes don't crash more like they used to.
No. Nah, it's
always usually the small planes that crash.
Yeah.
Nowadays, not the big ones.
And that's why I've been so weary of small planes.
Okay.
Because there's too many nuances with it. Commercial planes, yeah. It just shouldn't be the case regardless of the size of the plane. But like, given the history of that it's still happening, I'm cool, man.
All right, y'all. This is the Honest Guy with his new single called Chante's Groove. We premiered on the podcast.
A couple podcasts ago?
Yeah. So, bringing it back one more time again. Chante's Groove, y'all. And we'll be right back with more on the record podcast. Actually, yeah, we'll be right back with more on the record podcast.
Want to love you when you walk and I love it. Sway you when you talk, I give you tender love when we touch, cause I wanna love you, baby. And I wanna see you every day. And I want to love you everywhere. I suggest you never hesitate, cause I wanna love you. I wanna love you, love it. Become your rider, your soldier. You give my loving thrill, babe. Girl, put your hand in my deal. I wanna love you, baby. I'm gonna love you over again. Love you over again. Bounce. Bounce.
Yeah.
Bounce.
So captivating, the way you swing turns me on. I'm activated. I wanna love you all night long.
I wanna love you, baby. I'm gonna love you over again. Love you over again. Yeah. Yeah. Bounce. Oh, I'm falling as a yes to falling love. Oh, I'm falling as a yes to falling love. Oh, there she goes, that's the love of my life, and I didn't find my love now.
Oh, there he goes, there's the love of my life. I identify my love.
I wanna love you, baby.
I wanna love you, baby.
I'm gonna love you over again. Love you over again.
Man, let me stop.
Get this through your head.
Wise guy.
You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every f***ing wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your
Wise guy.
Where's your f***ing don't ever go over my head again.
Yes, indeed. You guys know what that song means, what that soundbite means. Welcoming you guys to another lovely Wise Guy segment on the Record Podcast.
I look forward to it.
But before we do that, remember, do me a favor, you people out there. I want you to take a $20 bill. We're in March now, so it's a little too late. But if you can, take $20, put it in an account. Don't touch it for a year. If you do that for a year, you have $1,000 in your pocket. If you take $20 out your paycheck every week, put it into a municipal savings fund in your, because sometimes in certain accounts you can have sub savings accounts in your savings account. If you took $20 per week, put it inside a miscellaneous funds account. Capital One does say multiple savings accounts, whatever. By the end of the year, you have $1,040. Just letting you know. Moving on. That's my finance tip for the day. Moving on. It is the Wise Guy segment, folks. You guys know how we do this. Either we find stories or you bring it to our attention. I got 3. Well, I actually have 2. I'll give the first story because on my IG story, I said about a situation that I saw happen Friday night while I was at the gym working out. Fellas, do me this favor. Let me cut the sound off here. If you have an old lady and you outside having fun doing you, can you please turn off your location? Just turn it off. Turn off your location. Please.
Send me
No, don't send
your
it.
location.
Turn it off. Because I've witnessed some late night discrepancies when the location is on. And your significant others wanders to the door, walking towards you. Whether they may be in some sweatpants,
A moo-moo.
a muumuu,
You know,
little pajamas, a little nightgown, asking where you been, and you over here either goofing off with another person or you really in here working out. Just turn it off.
If she got the sweatpants with no makeup on, that's not the type of warfare you want to deal with.
Just walk outside, bro. Moving forward. So, I did legs late night on Friday night, bro. And I see a gentleman in here. He's working out. You got a young lady working out with him. You know what I mean? They're working out hard. They're doing abs, doing this. They're all over the gym working out. I commend them for that. I'm doing my leg press machine. I'm doing Bulgarian split squats. It's essentially, but I do a different form. I was taught by my senpai Wayne. He'll be in a podcast pretty soon. So long story short, I'm doing the split squats, but I'm doing a different method. And I look over the machine and I see this woman enter the gym. Mind you, her fit does not match gym attire. And what I mean by her fit does not match gym attire, her fit looks like she came from a party. She had like the black jeggings on, with the black skirt on, the nice wool pea coat on. She had like those boots, those shiny black boots. And she walks in slowly. Now she's a curvaceous woman. She walks in slowly. She turns the corner, looks at old boy, and old boy looks at her, and she got the hand on the hip with her elbow resting on the machine. Now, mind you, this chick he's working out with, right? Because, the whole time in the gym when I'm working out, they all, buddy, chummy chum.
It's not platonic?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know what I'm telling you what I saw.
Does it look platonic?
I'm telling you what I saw. Okay? They all friendly. When she walked through the door, it was like you're the client and I'm the trainer type of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave that girl a little side hug. Not, if you're working out with somebody, especially during a fitness event, it's no side. It's a simple, come in, we're putting work together.
Mm-hmm.
And she gave old boy the side hug. Old girl the side hug. And she done walk past the girl like, And the other girl looked at him like, And I said to myself, wow. At 2:30 in the morning, you got your old lady out here looking for you at the gym, and you run around with this young broad right here? Just turn off the location, bro. And the way she walked in all calmly, I'm like, I know you getting cursed out at. And I'm laughing because I remember a situation that happened back years prior. We working out late night. I'm working out late night. I think it was the chest that I was doing. Big shout out to my man Orlando. He used to work in the front at my gym. And this girl walks through the door, frantic. Oh my God. I'm just here. I want to know to make sure that somebody such is here at the gym. Like, who? Such and such person. He said, I think he's here. His car's outside. I just want to make sure he's okay. Is he here right now? I'm like, we don't know. So we walk around the gym. We see old boy shooting hoops. This guy shooting hoops. And we walk to say, sir, are you such person? Yeah, I am her. I am him. I'm like, oh yeah. By the way, there's a girl for, oh my God, bro. Are you kidding me, bro? No way, bro. I'm like, what's wrong? Why does she always do this, bro? I can't stand it, B. You tell her I'm not here. Well, obviously, sir,
she gonna see you.
She said that your car was outside, sir. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm shooting hoops and I'm working out.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah. Yeah. So we went back to the front. We said, oh, man, we haven't seen anybody here. But, maybe he's probably in the bathroom taking a shower. We don't know. It's like 25 minutes later. Comes back, you sure? I said, man, I don't know nothing. By the time then, the guy goes in the bathroom. Right? He took a shower now in the bathroom. When he comes out, turns the corner. Hey, is that what I think it is? Is that you? Bruh, scene. I'm sorry, man. You don't have membership here, so you can't enter the premise. I think there's another person. We're sorry. So I went to the bathroom to take a leak. I see your boys. Listen, you can go out through steam rooms. You can go out through the back way. There's a little side entrance over there. And you can go to your car through that way. That way you don't go to the front door.
What if she's waiting by the car?
Oh, it gets better. So, old boy does just that. Just about when you're about to start to keep the car. There you are!
Oh my God.
I'm looking all over you now! He just goes off, bro. And she gets in her car and chases a man down the street.
Oh my God.
You got me here looking still be over there lying. This dude was just in the car, just like the windows closed.
Fellas, I must say, I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again.
Mind you, the second guy was just working out.
Yo.
He wasn't doing nothing. The first guy, I don't know, he probably has a double, a poly thing. Whatever he's doing, he's having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, just leave your drama outside of the gym.
I definitely agree with everything that you just said. For the most part, my whole thing is, fellas, and this this stems back to what shout out to Mike, what Mikey was saying before. You know who you're dealing with.
Yes.
You know, all women are crazy, but there are levels to it. There are levels of crazy. There's the worst is fatal attraction crazy. That's the one you want to completely avoid. You don't even want to be near their doorstep, pretty much. And things like then, you know, there's, you know, slash your tires crazy. And then there's like, you know, every minute I need to know what you're doing crazy. That right there, like the first situation you described, that sounded like a platonic side hug. And I know in different cultures, because I've seen...
Nah, bro, the way how these guys were acting before, because I got a little tidbit before I say, yo, man, what's up with old boy? One of the gym mates come with, yo, bro, that's just, I don't know what's going on with that. I remember one time ago, she came and she cursed him out right in the front of the gym, bro. I was right here standing. I was like, oh, man. So he probably got a little side ting going on. And that's the main thing walked to the door.
So so did he see the main thing walk to the door as he was doing the side hug?
This is before, no, this is when, like, because she's staring at them and he did the side hug to say goodbye.
So he saw her coming.
Yeah, no, he didn't see her coming.
Oh, okay.
She crept on the corner, bro.
Because the reason I asked this is because, like, usually you could see a situation, you sort of got to play it off platonically. No, and stuff like that. Versus you didn't see it and you guys are on that type of time, you know, beyond platonic time, and you sort of do more than you should be doing. But listen, I don't know the situation. I wasn't there. I just know what I do know is that women are crazy and they are territorial. And you do, and it's vital you don't put yourselves in situations to get them acting out. Now, if she's just jealous in every single scenario and you never did anything to plant seeds of doubt, at some point you're gonna have to make an executive decision. I'll just leave it at that.
All I gotta say is, man, listen. The gym is my sanctuary. This is my therapy. That is my church. That is my fountain of youth. When I'm there, don't bring no drama towards me.
Not on a late night.
Especially if I'm there late night. Yeah. That means I've been up all day. And I still have a task to complete I didn't complete early in the day, so I'm doing that late night. So that means I'm even more motivated and more dedicated to be there late at night. Because my gym is 24/7, so I have no excuse to not to go to the gym.
Because if and also another thing too, if you're having these late night gym activities with a certain someone that you enjoy going to the gym with, you know, maybe that certain someone that is not, you know, your main one, you know, keeps you feeling motivated. The conversations are better, the chemistry is better. Mind you, you know, it is what it is. People are free to, you know, make their choices. We're grown out here. You might want to think about being a couple gyms over and turn like a couple towns over. It's I'm just throwing it out there. Not proximity. You know, proximity is everything.
My whole thing is that there's certain places where that I should not have my significant other go to and give me stress. That's one of my spots.
But here's the thing. My thing was like, there must have been something that he did or something that she realized that was off. Because normally, if you'd be like, hey, babe, I'm going to the gym, she ain't really thinking much of it, to be honest with you. Especially if that's your routine.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Like I said, me and the gym, we're best friends, bro. So people that know me, when I say I'm going to the gym and it's like 3 a.m., I'm like, yeah, right. I'm like, okay. You may not have to believe me. I know what I'm going to be doing.
I feel you. No, you're right. You're right.
And I'm there.
Right, no, honestly, I'm the type of person, I don't like drama. I don't cause drama or anything like that. And I get to a point like where when it comes to certain things that I'm doing and I know that I'm you know, I'm not doing anything that you don't know about or wouldn't like, my tolerance is very low. So if it gets to a point where you start questioning my routine or what I'm doing or who am I doing it with, and I'm not doing anything wrong, oh, that cutoff gonna be quick. That That cutoff gonna be quick, bro, because my thing is like where I'm not gonna be in a space where like you just gonna pop up because you feel out of place or insecure or doubtful. You're not gonna get me riled up like that. You're just not gonna be there at all, to be honest with you.
I get it. Okay. Segment number 2. Iron Wall. Baton is passed to you. Go ahead, do your thing.
So shout out to Spiritual World, informative and toxic at times. I saw this yesterday, and I also even commented on it as well. And I'm sure a lot of you men could relate, giving you scenarios of various women. The topic was phrases men hate hearing from women.
Whew. Man.
One of the phrases I can't stand women who say it. It's just over the years, it's just become a turn off. It's not cute. It's not like, engaging.
Is it SMD?
A lot of New York women do that stuff. That's not attractive either.
That deters me.
Yes, it's not. I used to be on like, let me see it.
Yeah, I did the same thing. That's one of them. That's one of them. But go ahead.
So mine is you can't handle me, and this is how I further. And this is what I wrote in the comments. I said this ain't the zoo or jungle. I'm not your handler, silly. Women be saying some wild stuff. It's like what do you hear? What do you hope to gain by saying that? Especially being grown. And any man that that values himself or is just come at you correctly, eventually gonna be like, you're gonna look at you and be like, you know what, you're right. Let me go the other way. Because we're not trying to hear you can't handle it. I'm not here to tame you. I'm here if I'm interested to get to know you and see where that could lead. I can't handle this ain't the jungle or anything like that. Even this ain't a situation where the lion got to keep the lioness in check or anything like that. You're a human being with your perspectives, and and you have the ability. You should have the ability, a level of self-control. It can't be like you can't handle it. What are we talking about?
Okay. For me, mine. Oh man. The top one for me is SMD. I'm like, that's disrespectful. And I'm on some type of ish where I'm like, pull it out, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me.
There's a bunch that doesn't really make me.
I am the table.
See, that's the new age woman stuff. That stuff is childish.
Shout out to Ryan Davis. He posted, "It's your baby."
Woo! Yeah, that'll probably do me.
Oh man!
Like what? How?
It's real out here. I don't know what the percentage is, but there's a lot of men who, Well, we've talked about this already, but
yeah.
Some of them in the comments is, must have been your other girlfriend.
There we go. Yeah,
man.
boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which one? I don't know. You show me. What time do I got to do all that?
Oh, I just find it funny that
That right there. That right there. That's another one too.
Oh man. Let me ask you something.
You know what? That's another one too. You know what?
Oh man.
Oh, let me ask you something. Can I ask you a question? When they feel ask you that? Actually, you know what? I got one.
I got a good one too.
Here's the one that would just.
Maybe we're thinking the same thing. Let me hear what you guys say.
So you hungry? Yeah. What do you want to eat? I don't know. Okay, Lil, I want to have this, but I don't want that. That's too spicy. I'm gonna have this. Well, I don't want that. That's too bland. Then what do you want? I don't know. And if I go against something and I come back empty-handed.
Oh, you wasn't thinking of me? Or, babe, I'm going so and so place. You want anything? He said, no, I'm good. I'm good. You sure? You sure?
Just bring it back a kid's meal, bro. Should be okay.
I would do one better. I would bring the same. I'll get the same meal for myself and get her the same meal for her, and just walk in with my meal, see if she reacts. Be like, nah, babe, you good, and then go back to the car. Get mine.
Menace.
Oh man, I know.
Just bring her. Just bring her small, bro.
We got some more. Who hurt you?
That's not a triggering word. That's some
it is.
people.
It's very dismissive. It's like calling someone crazy.
Nah. Some people.
It is because
again, that's new age talk for me.
Let me explain what I'm saying. We could be making some valid points with this nonstop, gender wars and perspective and stuff like that. And a dude could be really saying some stuff, and there could be other women around in this open conversation, and then out of nowhere, to sort of step on the point, they'll say who hurt you. It's more disingenuous than it is authentic.
It's not who hurt me. It's I'm trying to protect myself.
But they don't see it that way, bro.
So I can care less when they say who hurt you. No one hurt me.
Apply pressure.
Nah.
If you don't do it, another man will.
Females will say that?
I mean, it got a lot of likes by a woman.
If you don't do it, another man will, then let him go ahead.
Again,
it wasn't. It's not my. It's. You were never mine. It was just my turn.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Like I said, that's new age stuff. All that
Be
stuff
a
is
man.
New. That's new age.
Nah, that's not new age. They've been saying
they've been saying it for a while.
They've been saying that for some time.
That's the thing too. Females, you gotta understand. There's no manual on being a man. You just do it to the best of your abilities. Period.
That's another thing too. We got to be mindful in our boundaries, or us as men, how we talk to women and how women talk to men and stuff like that. If you ain't never been a man and knows what comes with that, don't tell a man on how to be a man.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. To be honest with you.
All right. I like that one. Okay.
Did you have fun?
See, those are questioning words.
It's not giving what it's supposed to give.
That's like I said. That's a new age talk. That kind of talk would be like, I'll be dismissed. Like, okay, and what? Go away.
I'm literally doing the same stuff you was doing to me. Oh my God.
Moving on.
Yep.
Okay. So, my wise guy story is woman says she slipped up and gave her side dude BJ in her boyfriend's house. She didn't know her boyfriend had cameras in the house.
So she slipped on a banana and just landed on the beach?
Give him a BJ in her boyfriend's house.
Man.
I'm dealing with a bipolar man, and it makes me sick. First, he dated me for 2 months, and he opened his home to me and my 3 kids. Red flag number 1, red flag number 2.
He was love bombing her with the house?
Red flags. We moved out my mama's house and into his townhouse. Well, townhome, she calls it.
Mm-hmm.
I registered my kids in the school district. He gave me a spare room to braid hair and earn money. We had fun and loving vibes. I know he loves me and adores my kids, but I made one mistake and he threw us all out. My side dude stopped by to get his braids done and to borrow some money.
Can you imagine?
I also gave him a quick BJ.
Whoa!
I didn't know there was a camera in my braiding room, or I wouldn't have slipped up like that. I apologize, but Mr. Bipolar switched up on me and threw me and the kids and all our things in the front yard. I took what I could fit into the Uber. I can't believe how he snapped and turned on us like that. What relationship red flags did I miss? I'm so scared to be vulnerable with a man like that again.
What?
Advice.
What? Who betrayed who? Did you hear what she said? She said, had I known their cameras, I wouldn't have slipped up like that. Your side dude came to the crib with the spare room he gave you to earn money. And what did you do? You earned money and gave the side dude a BJ, but yet the guy's bipolar? If there's anything he did wrong, was moving with you too fast. That's what he did wrong. You know? It's his fault. You know, he gave you a place to stay.
I am all took off. Keep going.
He gave you a place to stay. You had kids. He gave you a room where you could get paid. And you talk about him being bipolar? Get your life. Get your life.
Use one of the phrases that you talked about the last segment just now.
Shoot.
It's plenty. Go ahead.
Man, oh my God. Man, we need to talk. It wasn't that one. Ninja got me messed up. Man.
That's the one right there. That's the one right there.
I find it funny. Nah, ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny here. What else we got?
Here's my whole thing, right? Where is your accountability at?
There is none.
This guy. First of all, I get it. It's your house. You have home security, and you want to make sure things are on the up and up. You're gonna have cameras around. He moved her into his townhouse, not a regular house. You know those townhouses where the condominium things are at over there. You know those fancy houses where you have HOA fees and stuff like that. The man gave you a room to do your thing, to make income. And you have the gall, the cojones to let another man enter your mouth on his property. You're selfish. And you ruined it for yourself and for them little babies. So I guarantee them kids was in a good school district.
Yep. You know where they're going to be? Going back to the hood. Don't make me. Let me stop.
I guarantee it.
So, Kev, let me ask you this hypothetical question. You might not have an answer for it. If there was a gun to every woman's head and they could only pick one, which one do you think they'd pick? Being submissive or accountability?
It depends what kind of female you're dealing with. Because the old school, the ones that have common sense and knowledge, they don't mind being accountable. But these young broads over here, they wouldn't hear that word.
It's the man's fault.
They don't want to hear that.
It's the man's fault. I opened up my doors to you. I really took a liking to you and your kids. See, you see, women. You see. These are examples that mess it up for y'all. I messed it up. She found a glitch in the matrix, and she did not know what to do with it.
Yeah, he's right.
She did not know what to do with it.
You found you hit the lottery.
Jackpot.
The man took you in after 2 months, which means this man probably was single and lonely, or he was with his wife or divorced or whatever it was.
He saw something in you, potential, whatever it was.
And took a chance.
Roll the dice.
On you. And you failed the exam.
And he was acting unreasonable. And he was bipolar. Make it make sense.
And besides, all these townhouses have security cameras in them.
Yeah.
So not like, I don't know. No, they're there. You may not know they're there, but they're there.
You know, and you didn't even bother to ask yourself, why does he have those cameras there? That didn't even come to your thought process.
What came to your thought process was because you got caught.
You know?
And he sent you the link of what you were doing. Now he's bipolar.
He gave you stability. He gave you a way for you to make money.
Financial freedom.
He even gave your kids a fighting chance to be better.
Yeah.
And you just took that away. You just pissed it away.
Sis, if I was you,
get your life.
I will get back. I will be on my hands and knees.
Remember last time she was on her knees?
But we don't know what she is standing up.
He got up out of there.
She could be leading on the side.
That's why I guess they're different approaches. I don't know.
She probably was on her knees. Sitting on the table.
Was
sitting on the sofa? We don't know.
Was that part of the braiding the hair package? You know,
that's probably was the platinum package.
The platinum package, man, different.
And her side dude, you bold, bro. Mm-hmm. You a bold dude, bro. And another man's house,
bro. The side dude's always gonna be the side dude.
I hear you, but I'm saying, in another man's house that you don't know what is where.
It's reckless behavior. But in his mind, he's thinking like, oh, that's the place where I do my hair. He's thinking he's not even thinking beyond that point. He's not even thinking like, okay, I'm getting my hair done in a dude's house she's living with. All he's thinking is like, oh, I just go ahead and get my hair done, and this just happened to go down while I was getting my hair done.
This is one part I actually read, but we messed up on.
All right.
He stopped by to get his braids done and to borrow some money.
Side dude?
Yes. So basically, he wasn't making no money off this guy.
Side dude.
You see how disrespectful that is?
Side dude had the juice, man.
This is like Casino all over again. Yeah. Remember with Casino, where Ace married? Was it Sharon Stone? His wife he married, and she kept going back to her junkie ex-husband, whatever it was.
No, I think I've seen Casino.
You never saw Casino before?
I think so. I gotta see that movie. And also I think Heat.
Yeah. Heat's a great movie.
I gotta see those
movies.
Great movie.
Great.
I gotta see those movies.
So basically, in the character Ace, aka Sam Rothstein, he actually is a real person.
Got you.
He marries a woman. I believe she was a dancer or whatever it was. And she still has feelings for her ex-boyfriend or husband, whatever it was, throughout the film. And she sees the guy from time to time, whatever. Mm-hmm. It gets so real that Joe Pesci's character ends up messing with the girl too. And in the mafia family, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
That can get all three of you guys killed.
Yeah, you're right.
If they find out that you, as one of the mob bosses, is effing around with one of the mob bosses, whatever person, family, wife, it's taboo, bro.
It's facts.
Can't do that.
No way.
No way, Jose.
No.
Dudes get killed for that.
Yeah, dudes been killed for less.
Yeah.
That right there, that's just surefire way to meet your maker.
They don't play that.
No.
If you out here no.
And you know what's the crazy thing about it? They could be moving medicine.
Yes.
Outside. But that right there? Nah, man.
They don't play with that.
You seal your fate with that.
Yeah. So eventually they catch wind of everything going on and they start eliminating them one by one. But except De Niro's character survives. Mm-hmm. But Pesci's character, he gets buried alive in the field someplace. And his ex-wife found out she overdosed in like California or something. What's crazy is that they had a joint account together. Okay. And she cashed out like I think $1 million or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was very brutal. But nah, man. Your side dude came to this man's house. Actually, you invited him into the man's house. Mm-hmm. So you're doing his hair for free, so you're wasting time and product. And he's taking some money from your business too.
And these are the aspects of women.
2 red flags right there. Yeah. And you let the man into your mouth.
But these are the aspects of women that are just absolutely ruthless and super selfish, because in both scenarios you see for your kid's future.
Yeah.
He gave you a means. This seemed like a good dude, even though he moved kind of fast. He gave you a means to support yourself. She was probably making money that she didn't have to contribute at all, other than her kids.
Yeah.
Even if she probably even have to do that just for the mere fact that the dude brought the kids in.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, he was looking to support those kids and her.
It was a package deal for him.
And my whole thing is, like, she didn't even consider the fact that, let's just say for argument's sake, there were no cameras, and there was one particular day he probably went to work, and then on his break he forgot something that he really
came back home,
and he came back and stuff like that. Now you just put your side dude in a situation where he probably get his head blown off.
You never know.
You just never know.
Hey Bob, bro, I see this guy been coming around your house often, man.
Yeah, man, he got braids.
What? My landscape patron got no braids. My housekeeper doesn't have no braids. The plumber, no electrician. Which man's entering? What are you talking about? And then he starts going through his head. Oh, that's just my friend.
Listen.
Yeah, he's your friend, all right.
Listen, sidemen, y'all gotta move better. If y'all plan on doing this, control the situation, bro.
Please.
Your place, hotel, control. Never put yourself in a situation where you
saw what happened to the rapper Trouble.
Yeah. Don't put yourself in them situations, man. It ain't worth it.
Trouble was outside creeping on old girl. Old girl, I think it was a baby father, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Came up to the crib and started busting at the old boy. Killed him.
These, my thing.
And he was a good dude too.
These are situations. These are situations. A good dude and the sideman. You don't want to come face to face in that fashion.
Heck,
because
DJ, rest in peace, DJ Carl Blaze. Same thing. This happened years ago with him. He out there creeping, having a good old time. And Shorty's, ex, whatever it was, got the busting on him, B. Killed the man.
I always say, if you know or suspect that that woman has another main dude or whatnot, walk away, bro. Walk away. Because especially if you have it vetted properly, especially if she look like, she been into some things that she shouldn't be into. Walk away. It gets messy. A lot of these dudes that they be into are some raw, unapologetic street dudes. And even the ones,
some of these street dudes are fake tough, so.
And some of them are, but some of them are not. And even if they are fake tough, and even if they try to play off the situation like they didn't care, they could be that one time where they cared, where they catch you lacking, be like, oh, that was the dude that did so and so bad. Watch,
Just be careful out there, folks. That's all.
It's real. And
gentlemen, men and ladies, please take it slow. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
Get to know your partner as well. You can't know somebody in 2 months.
No. And then uproot them into your home with their kids.
You can't know somebody for a lifetime.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
So just take your time.
Baby steps.
Obviously, this man that she was dealing with was probably an older gentleman. Not a young guy at all. And this woman right here messed it up for herself and for her children and her family. So
she's not gonna find a better.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're not finding a better come up. You're not gonna find a better come up.
Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Even if that was the case where it seemed like it was more so like, maybe it was one of those situations where, like, maybe she was tricking off dude, maybe it was a sugar daddy type. We don't know because we don't know the ages or whatnot the case may be. But what we do know is whatever fruitful lifestyle she could have gained from that, she blew it up. She's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna find a better situation than that.
Nah,
it's like it's already hard enough for women meeting these kind of dudes, let alone women with kids.
Congratulations, you played yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Man,
good job for you. All right, y'all. I am Walt, man. Give him your handle, my boy.
I am _ WAL, 4 T's at the end. All Taste Emotion is one of my music pages, along with R&B is Dead.
Follow me at DJ Intense on all social media platforms. Also, follow the podcast page at On The Record Pod. That's our time. Big shout to my homegirl Jen Boogie. This is Joe West featuring A Boogie called Switch. It's the last song, the song of the episodes. And yeah, we'll be right back next week with some more hot takes. It's a short episode today, so don't mind us. We got things to do. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Tropic now, can't do no talking now. Coming from where I'm from, gotta talk like this. Watch both ways, I'm worried about who gon' switch. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. Ooh, ooh. You know what's going on every time I drive. I'm at the crib and I'm sitting in the skybox. Trap still boom like hot tops. Everybody wanna know what I got. Still coming from my spot. I was just riding the act. Now I can slide in the Maybach. Hey, I'm not keeping it quiet. Hate on me loud, but they think me in silence. Hey, you got a lane, but I got me a plane. I am the pilot. Hey, roses are red, my honey's are blue. My name is Violet. Hey, I'm keeping the peace on both of my sides, but one is for violence. Wait, no horizon. I'm with the gang deeper than Verizon. Hey, I told her the crew is rising. Hey, she told me her moon is rising. Hey, that ain't the only thing rising. Hop on this lap, give you something to slide with. You chill with my team, she vibrant. Might wet up the blood like a hydrant. Yeah, I bring all the dogs out. Got them right out the doghouse. We in the tropic now. Can't do no talking now. Coming from where I'm from, gotta talk like this. Watch both ways, I'm worried about who gon' switch. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way. It come from this way, that way, this way, that way.
I got a switch on me for any that thing he gon' pick on me. 2 million in jury, it's all on me. These niggas my sons, many me. Running up on these commas every week. Been 100 on Elliot in my sleep. Hop out the earth and jump in another V. For that bounty, my niggas are turning to hundreds. You already know when it come to me. But she know how we rock and say that. Put her feet on her headrest way back. Don't be worried, you're safe in this Maybach. I got killers behind me while I'm chasing my dreams, no cap. It gets scary though. Running up like a marathon. Killing, I'm in a burial. Ooh, killing like I'm the stereo. But what if I'm the only one to call? But what if I'm the only one that picks up every time you call and got nowhere to go? Don't end up telling everyone you know.
Yeah, I bring all the dogs out. Got them right out the doghouse. We in the tropic now. Can't do no talking now. Coming from where I'm from, gotta talk like this. Watch both ways, I'm worried about who gon' switch.